Hampshire and all over this country campaigned for Bernie in beautiful and creative ways, in ways that could never be contrived by a Washington think tank or a PR firm in a gentrified neighborhood.
Welcome back to Warner, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders.
When we are united and not divided, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. Thank you all very much.
Come around. All right, let me look at my shirt, it'll be great. Okay.
Flower for you, sir.
Okay.
Can you tell me what peace means to you? What does peace mean to you and why is that important?
Peace means I think of the world.
Peace is always important. Peace is when you and I find a way to coexist together without impacting each other's lives in a negative fashion.
Peace is not having to worry about someone else making a decision for you.
Peace to me means no hunger and no want.
Peace means to me equality for all, no more hatred, and just basic human rights for everybody.
It means acknowledging each other's humanity and trying to take reasonable steps to reach across to each other.
What peace means to me is economic security. I think more people need it. I think we need a more just economy, and I'm happy to be working towards it.
Reminding everyone of the oneness that connects us.
I think that the biggest thing about peace is not feeling any hatred toward yourself.
Peace is simply the natural order.
When we invaded Iraq, we broke the peace. We broke the peace. And Bernie saw it in advance. He said this will destabilize the Middle East. It'll make things worse in the long run. And he was right. He was right. So every alternative should be tried before war.
War became obsolete, though, when we exploded the first atomic bomb.
Most of our history has been, acts of violence toward others, and so we all need to work more on the individual level, on the community level, and the national level to promote peace as an active rejection of violence.
War is basically a breakdown of communication. There's no practical reason for war.
Well, my name is Irene Lemessurier, and Irene means goddess of peace. Peace to me means everybody getting along and not being mean and nasty and violent and hurtful to each other.
I think more that it's a feeling that you have when you look around you and you know that the people around you are well and happy and being treated equally and fairly.
Peace is when we all at least come to mutual agreement on the things that are good for all of society.
Peace is intersectionality and love and acceptance, no matter what.
To maybe not always agree on things, but agree on having that discussion to get there.
Peace definitely means to understand other people's reality.
I think peace means active rejection of violence.
To have compassion for where other people are coming from, to try whenever possible to not take sides.
If we can have an earth where we don't think about boundaries, we think about all of us as one people, and I say #we are one, then that's peace.
Peace means harmony in the absence of war.
Thank you, sir. Great job and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rod Weber. All the clips you just saw and much, much more are part of a new documentary feature film, which I think you're going to like. So if you have a second, check out the trailer.
If you've gone to our town hall meetings here, I've met a friend of mine, a brother from another mother.
I'm Rod Weber, an artist and filmmaker. I began giving Flowers for Peace as a way to make a positive impact on the world. Suddenly, the internet had found out, and there were flower beard tributes and fan drawings, and even my image burned on a piece of toast. So, why not harness this positive energy and bring a flower for peace to all the presidential candidates to see if I could have a positive effect on the election?
This is my friend Rod. He comes to a lot of events. We're honored that you're here, Flower Man.
I was freeing hearts and minds one flower at a time. Sadly, Trump wasn't having it.
I witnessed an assault upon peace activist Rod Weber.
It scares people. They might think that they're free, but when they see an actual free individual, it scares them.
Rod Weber was there.
You see what he's gotten written on his very dirty undershirt? It says, love is the answer. Get him out!
Trump's hateful claims channeled a dark energy sparking violence in some and outrage in others.
Black Lives Matter is a fake movement.
All lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter. It negates that it's saying Black Lives Matter.
matter too.
Why did you choose to do that? A lot of other people just kept silent.
You gotta bear witness.
So I bared witness and kept giving out flowers, but in this new America, a flower was a dangerous concept as the FBI sought new scapegoats.
We face the prospect of terrorist-directed attacks, terrorist-inspired attacks.
How do you distinguish protesters and actual terror?
Threat from these fringe groups of domestic terrorism.
Giving out flowers and hugs got me on a terrorist watch list and an FBI raid with guns out and no warrants.
It's terrifying, and you would think that we're, some kind of drug dealing cartel.
I'm not going to tell you again.
Officers actually entered the home with weapons drawn.
Just woke up to a pistol in my face held by a plainclothes officer.
They were all over the place. It's intimidating.
I'm just in utter shock right now.
They're kicking down the door in Kevlar vests. Looks no different than a night raid in Fallujah.
When the government sees its people as a danger, you've got to fight for peace. The question is, why is peace such a danger?
Keep the peace. It is noble to seek the office of overseer. However, he who does should be above reproach, sober-minded, only married once, and not a great lover of money.
Am I in trouble?
What say you?
Am I in trouble?
And will you take a flower for peace?
If you liked what you saw, you can help by donating at gofundme.com/flowersforpeace. There's a lot that goes into this, aside from the cameras, the computers, the hard drives, and all the traveling to see all the candidates all across the country. I've seen all of the major ones. So we're talking in the neighborhood of 20 plus, if not getting close to 30. And that's even Green Party and Libertarians like Gary Johnson. So by my calculations, I've easily spent over $10,000 just in travel alone. And so this is a project that means a lot to me. And it's not about the money. It's about we need to keep going. And we really want to get this into film festivals. And that's not cheap either. By my calculations, we're looking at another close to at least $4,000, if not close to 10. If you want the breakdown on that, it's $40 per film festival. You got to put it out to about 10 of them just to get into one of them. So that's $400 right there. You want to do 10 of them, that's $4,000, and that's not including the travel expenses. So there's a lot that goes into this. If we want it to be seen by lots of folks, there's a lot to do. And hey, I'm just pulling it out of my pocket. So anything you can do. Oh, and by the way, the flowers don't grow, in the winter time. So people have asked me about that one. That's not cheap. I tried to do the math on that one. It's not as much, but probably upward of $400. But so if the point is, if you like what you see, the message is to spread peace. I've been handing out flowers to people on the street and then ultimately candidates and other people on the political scene, and just trying to make the world a better place. If you dig it, chip in, do whatever you can. Thanks so much, everyone. I love you all. Peace and love.